Okay, let's see how long we last here. Technology, we become a slave to it. It's supposed to make our life easier, right? And then we become a slave to the thing. Well, what the hell? It's fun. And you just got to roll with the punches no matter what it is, because you ain't going to change the world much. So I figure you got to learn how to use it, not change it. You get beat up too much to change it, or just make little changes where you are and see if people follow that instead of what the hell they're doing now. And, but at least you're having fun because you want to do that. And that's what's nice about being small. When people want to be big, then I think what happens of being big, then you have to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're pleasing all these other people to try to stay big, and you're not having fun yourself anymore. Yeah. I was listening to some startup people yesterday that, when you get venture capital, you're starting a business and you want to get venture capital, investors and stuff like that to do it. Well, the problem is you're starting something from your heart that you want to grow, and like your own child. And then you have the investors, and what they want to do is sell it. They want you to, grow real big, real fast, and then sell it so we all make a lot of money, as opposed to you having a life with something you believe in doing for the rest of your life. And, to me, that's what entrepreneurialism is, and that's what allows you to do, is something that you feel is worthwhile doing, and you're able to figure out a way to make money at it, And then that's the key. That you could find something that is special about you that you could share with the rest of the world and learn to make money out of that. And you live forever because you want to do it forever. You don't want to retire. If you had a shitty job, you want to retire, right? You're doing something you love. It's like somebody throwing you in the briar patch, and you can't wait to get up in the morning. That's how I feel. And that's how I felt that, when I worked for other places, I thought, this is like going to jail every day. It just sounds so silly. So to me, when people say, it's so hard to start your own business, it was harder for me to stay and work for somebody and have someone control your life like that. That was just not appealing to me at all. But actually, I was just hearing data today about more and more people are starting businesses, and that's what's going on. And before the pandemic, fewer people were starting businesses. Now, since the pandemic, more people are starting businesses. And that's how we grow as an economy, that people are doing new ways of doing things. The old ways are not productive anymore. So, entrepreneurs have to go out and find new ways to do things, and that's where we, grow as an economy, because we're using less energy to something more profitable, more, sustainable, or whatever it is. And not doing it the same old way, then there's no growth. It's just like us as a person. How do you keep growing? You keep growing by doing new stuff. You don't keep growing by doing the same old stuff, because that doesn't work anymore. We have a fast-changing society, a fast-changing everything. And like everything I learned, I started a couple businesses, 2-3 businesses, and they failed, and finally had a good success, and then I had to learn all over again. That doesn't last forever. We're living a long time. So, and it's been fun, and now I'm having the best time in my life. For many reasons, I guess, but probably age. But harder when you get older is changing, and you have to change, because the old stuff doesn't work anymore. If you wanted to make money as selling books, that business went almost down to nothing for a while. Maybe it's coming back a little bit, but there's too many other ways to sell information, and that's what I do, is sell that. And I had to learn that. It took me 10 years. Even though I was a techie, I still didn't know all these tools that came up before I studied technology. The computers I used to use, Sonia, how are you? The tools I used to use, computers, they were big as a room. My kitchen wouldn't fit the computers I used to use. They were that big. I go using punch cards and write out the program in punch cards, and then come down there and do it. So, that is over. So maybe I understand the basics, but I don't know how to use the bloody thing. It's like, the basic of transportation, but see that there's a airplane up there somewhere, car, I figured out how to drive that, but I don't know how to drive an airplane up there. That's transportation, right? So it's different, and the fun of life is exploring that different and trying to figure that out. I mean, easy life to me is boring. We're not here to be bored. I think we're here to contribute and give to each other, and to keep doing that for as long as we can. And now that we're living so long, you could have 3, 4 different lives. Just start again. Nobody cares. I used to think people used to worry, make fun of me if I failed or anything. No one cares. They're so worried about their own life, they don't care about you or me. They're worried about. They'll make fun of you maybe, but that's okay. You learn to deal with that, especially when you dress like I do. And that's why part of the reason I dress like this is to be different and not fit in, so I could see the opportunities. The opportunities are not doing the same thing everybody else is. Opportunities is seeing a need that's not met. And that's what an opportunity is. You're doing everything else? Well, no, then you're the opportunity for somebody else. Scammer. Oh, I'm a scammer. Whatever. I don't know how you describe it, but you're welcome to. If you think I'm a scammer, what the hell are you watching for? That amazes me. This guy's a scammer. You won't qualify for grants. He's going to show you. Dumb grants again. I talked to 10 plus people you ripped off. Well, they haven't talked to me because I give money back if people aren't happy. So I don't know who you're talking to. But that's nice of you to, we're America. You can say what you want. More power to you. But it doesn't. When people, Emma expose you. Who's Emma? I don't know. Well, that's nice of her. But yeah, anybody who deals with me, I mean, you get your money back. I have a 100%, rating on Better Business Bureau because I have 0 unsatisfied complaints. Sure, everybody gets complaints, but what do you do with them? You satisfy them or not? If you don't, then you're an asshole. If you give people money back, then they can't complain. BBB. Oh, I see. So everybody's BS. Well, it sounds like maybe it's. Yeah, that's partly true. But I hope you have a good time. But anyway, in entrepreneuring, I mean, that's another way to me for a lifestyle too. And now with more and more people starting their own businesses, and that's why they really see that working for somebody else is what I used to frame it as is going to jail every day. You're doing things, people are controlling you, and you can't grow the way you want to. Starting your own business is tough, but at least you're in control. Nobody else is controlling you. I think that's where the pressure comes, where pain comes, where heart attacks come from, because you don't have control of what you're going to do today. And to me, the biggest thing, sure, I got to work my ass off every day, but I have control over doing it. And that, to me, gives some kind of relief in the heart. My parents both had bad hearts. My mother died at 42 of a heart attack. So I worry about that. That's why I exercise every day. I do 6-7 miles a day. I used to run that. Now I walk that at this age. And it's really because of my brain, not because of the muscles. The muscles can do it, but the brain can't. I can't think fast enough. If I'm running, it's easier to trip, fall, whatever, not see a car coming, and people or react fast enough. And that's one of the things that you lose in aging, but that's fine. You get other things. You get a deeper heart. That's why I wear hearts now. Because a heart is the one muscle that you could keep growing forever. All the other muscles, like I can't run as fast, I can't hit a golf ball as far, I can't do all these things, that require muscles, coordination, and everything. That is, but you can love harder. And that's what's neat about being a human. That's one muscle you could keep on expanding and grow and do everything. And that's why I went from question marks to hearts. Oh, you see those pants? By the way, I got something called letsgoclothes.com. You want stuff like this, I have that stuff in there. And it's just a fun. I mean, I walk around like this. Some people call me asshole. That's okay. People call me assholes no matter what I wear. That's okay. But it makes people smile too, and that's the joy in life, to have people look at me and smile back. Boy, I think very few people get that, you know? And it's such a nice lift. Every day I walk out, see people. I mean, they don't know me from beans. They don't, haven't watched me on TV or whatever the heck it is. It doesn't matter. It makes them smile looking at me, and they give me that vibe coming back. So it's great walking down the street, everybody's smiling. Man, what could be better than that? Yeah. I'm eating. I don't need $1 billion or whatever. That's why in Let's Go Help, that's what we do now. We give our money, the money we make, we give back to members. We don't want to be millionaires. We want to train people on how to use these government programs. And if we're making money, then after we pay ourselves, we're giving it back. And that's one of the neatest thing I think we've done, or at least I've done in my life, tell you the truth, is now we give $30,000 back to members every month. So you tell us in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences how you would spend $1,000, and you go in, and next June 4th is the closing date, and then we give out. Matt, thank you, sweetheart, for helping us less fortunate. You are so sweet and appreciative. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. That's it. And it is so kind of you to take a moment to say that, particularly after somebody just bashed me for 5-6 minutes or whatever it was, and I'm strong enough to do that. I've gotten that all my life, just the subject I keep, because people hate the government. So they think for some reason I'm causing the deficit. Bullshit. I'm not causing anything. I'm just causing people to pay for what's there. It's like a tax break. We have accountants telling you how to screw the government, right? Because take advantage of legal tax rate. Well, that's for the rich people for tax breaks, because they pay a lot of taxes. They want to pay less. Well, people who don't pay a lot of taxes get it through other programs. And these are the programs that people who really need it, I'm trying to educate people about, to realize you live in a country, all these programs that could really help you with a better life, and you've already paid for them by just living in America. That's all it means. Don't listen to the haters. You're doing good. Thank you, Kimberly. It's there's just too much work to do than to focus on them. That's why I let them say what they want. I don't care. They're not going to ruin my day. They're sort of fun and interesting to see. But if the most important thing is that we get money to people who need it, and it is. That's what Let's Go Help is. We're giving $30,000 every month, and we've given out $250,000 since we started doing it. I mean, that astounds me. I never had that kind of money. So that's why it's the members that join that are creating that money. And I also wanted it as cheap as hell. I didn't want to see people want to say when I wanted to do this kind of service, they said, well, you have to charge $100 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month. I said, no, I want to be the $20 guy. I don't want people to have the rich people. No, if only rich people can get it, then I don't want to do that. I don't want to help rich people. And that's important. So it is. So any money we make, we're giving it back to people in these grants. So it's $500 or $1,000. So and it's very easy. You just just go. Don't do it. I need help and don't know where to look. I'm staying on the domestic violence women's shelter and baby dog. Okay, it depends on what you want to do. What I would do if you're in a women's shelter and need help, there's something called your state has a commission on women, state's commission on women. So they will know the programs for someone like you. 10 people who went to his site, paid, I can't qualify. Well, there's a lot of people that went to my site and didn't qualify. I don't guarantee you get money. I just guarantee the programs are real. If you want to not work hard at trying, fine. You want to just do it there, but they're all real programs. I mean, the only thing would be, to me, bad is if the programs weren't real, And I know all these programs are real, whether you apply or not. It's like saying, here's all the job sites, that are hiring. I don't know if they're going to hire you. You sound like an asshole, so they probably won't hire you. But they're hiring people. And it's the same way with the money they give out. I don't know if they're going to give them to you, but they are giving money for that purpose. Oh, God, you're getting boring, sir. Yeah, I think we had enough of him, right? So the grants, I mean, it just is, and it's really easy. I want to show people that it is. I just did block him. He's just annoying. Oh, I know. I didn't block him. Remove, report, hide user on this channel. Okay. And actually there's a lot of people who pretend they're me, and they get money from people. So that's a scammer, because actually these people who pretend they're me, they're asking you for hundreds or thousands of dollars. I never asked more than $20. This is it. Thank you, JT. I never asked more than $20. So that's another way you could see if it's the real me doing it. There's too many people in prayer. I'm glad you told them off. There's too many people, pretending they're me because they maybe people know of me or something. They may trust me or whatever, and they'll take advantage of your pain. That's what pisses me off about those scammers that pretend they're me, is you're vulnerable if you're looking for money, and so you'll grab anything that sounds easy. So they'll say, oh, I'm Lesko, I'll show you how to do it real easy. And it's not. I mean, you listen to my stuff, I'm telling you how to work at it, because it does take work. But the woman in the shelter, okay, here's a couple of places you want to check right now to see how you could, what other programs besides the women's shelter, because things are, no matter where you live in the city, it's complicated. Here's some sources. One, you want to go your community action agency. If you haven't gone there, that's one place you want to do. Community action agency for your, for where you live, your county. Every county has a community action agency. The other thing you want to go is your career one-stop center, okay? careeronestop.org. Go to careeronestop.org, okay? Make an appointment with somebody to see you, because you want to create income, and they'll also know of other programs that help you get income staying in a shelter in Fairfax. Oh, well, that's... they'll have a lot of things. Okay, so follow these things. I said the Community Action Agency, the careeronestop.org. Go to hud.gov, hud.gov, and search for counselors. Okay, you search for counselor, and then when you get there, make an appointment for counselors in your area. They're financial counselors, so you don't get in bigger financial trouble than you are now. So these are all free organizations that you could take advantage of, okay, and help you. But they're sort of like mentors, and that's available. So to me, it's, dealing with the debt you owe, dealing with housing, and dealing with trying to find other income. Hey, Matthew says, Tammy Larson, hi. Thank you. Yeah, and start doing that, and get on the phone. Don't waste time on the internet, because the internet, you're going to run into idiots like that guy was just. It's just a place for scammers, and don't forget, the whole internet is about getting money from you. That's why if you're on Google trying to find stuff, well, people know that, so they give Google money so they could find you on Google. And when they get money, and when they find you, they want to sell you something because they have to pay Google. So that's why it's really a death trap if you try to use Google to find help for yourself. So don't do that. You only go to, if you don't have money, if you have money, that's fine. If you don't have money, you don't want to go to any website that is a .com or that is not. You only want to do .gov and .org. They're the only websites you want to deal with, and nobody else. And then for those websites, you want to try to call somebody, because websites are too complicated. The information is too complicated. And you have to talk to people so they understand your problem and you understand what they're trying to do, because language is too complicated. For us, I mean, when we say a word to each other, like if you say the word love, I don't know what that really means. It can mean 1,000 different things, right? So we see a word and we have one thing in our mind, and it means completely something different to the person who put it there. So that's why to get the most help is you get on that phone and talk to people, because once you do that, then see, they're not only do you want to know what they have, you want to know what they know about that, because these are people that are solving problems for people like you. So they've answered 20 questions already today. Answered 20 questions already. Who transplant? Are there grants for people who transplants? What do you mean transplant? You mean a healthy heart transplant or something like that? That would be, if you're looking for anything related, even for spending money, if you have a health condition and things like that, a good place to start is Needy, Needy, and then MEDS, that's one word, needymeds.org. And in there's a tab up on the left about paying for things. So, if you're looking for free or low-cost dental care or health care, or gosh, you need to make your house adjustable for your disability, or anything, you have to live on something because you're recovering in cancer or something, and you need a car, all these things. There's tons of nonprofits that help you do that. You got to get rid of your health care bills. See that there are organizations and nonprofits out there, but you'll never find them because they're not getting money from you. So they're the people who find you to help you are the people who are going to get money from you. I just finished LESCO Help 2 program 5. I did about 7 participation. Oh, good for you. So that LESCO class was good? Yeah, see, we have, do you remember I got scammed a few months back, so you helped me with information to look and how to find out, so I wanted to thank. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, and so just keep helping other people too, and that's what's important about all this. Is that the guy? No, that's not the guy. So, the phone is your best weapon. People are your best source of help because they've been studying this. So if you go to, this, like getting a job or getting free training to get a better job and make more money. If you go to the Career One-Stop Center, they do this all the time. The government has grants to help you do that. And they know of other organizations, so they'll know that. Otherwise, if you go to Google to do something like that, see, everybody there wants to get money from you, okay? And you don't want to give money to people. So they have to get money from you because they have to pay Google to be there. This is why you're finding them, because they gave Google money so they could find you. So they got to pay that. And you're the source of their money to pay them. So, if you don't have money, you don't want to play that game. You want to stay out of that. And the way to do it is find somebody that you go to 211.org and findhelp.org. So like for housing, you just put in housing there. And you'll see 20, 30 programs that help people with housing. They may or may not help you, but they're the people you want to talk to. You don't want to screw around on Google. No, you're going to waste time. The sound is not good today. Oh, it's still screwed up, huh? Well, that's too bad. Well, I think I'll... Yeah, I wonder what's going on, but who knows? Okay, I think I'm gonna finish my walk and go do some videos because I have some good things. I just found grants for abortion. There's a lot of nonprofit organizations now giving grants for people who have abortions if they can't afford it. And that was sort of interest. Oh, it's better now? Oh, okay. Maybe it's being close, or is it noisy here? So I want to do that. I want to do one on the bonuses for people who work during next Gopher Award. try to the next one. Yes, I want people to apply to the Gopher Award. No, the cities, counties, states are giving money for people who worked during the pandemic, bonus money. I mean, everything from $750 to $10,000, you know. So that's the kind of thing that's out there. And they're going to come and go. I mean, they're going to be here for a day or two and be gone or whatever. So that's why you have to learn how to tune into these things. Random radio signals are coming in. Well, actually, here there could be a lot of homeland security stuff going on. But it is what you think you know about government grants is probably wrong. And it takes effort, and the things are. Yeah, I think I'm gonna count. There's kind of weird stuff going on here. Okay, have fun, guys. See you soon.